Mayor Steen. Councilmember at Large Anderson.
Present.
Councilmember Jordahl.
Present.
Hagan.
Present.
Carolyn.
Present.
Enright.
Present.
King.
Present.
Austin.
Present.
We have a quorum, Your Honor.
Item number 1 is a motion with the additional backup on Exhibit 15 and the removal of 6 and 11. We need a motion for adoption of the agenda.
So move.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 2 is a motion to approve the minutes from January 4th, 2016. We need a motion.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We don't have anything under awards and recognition. Number 4, we need a motion for the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed. Item number 5, under bid opening and awards, is the resolution accepting bids for photovoltaic system at the J.C. Hormel Nature Center. Kim?
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, if you've read your information, we took our bids for the photovoltaic system that's going to go out to the Nature Center for the new project, and we would recommend that we go with the low bid from Viking Electric. It's a little different system, but when they did the analysis and went and looked at some of those, we feel that it's going to be the perfect system for us.
Okay. Council? Questions? Comments? If not, we need a
Resolution. So move the resolution.
Second.
Mr. Danker.
Councilmember Jordahl.
Aye.
Hagan.
Aye.
Carolyn.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Number 7 is a resolution accepting bids for residential asbestos abatement. Holly?
Your Honor, we have 3 bids from, for asbestos abatement for 3 hazardous buildings and 1 flood buyout. The bids range from a little over $28,000 to $38,520. We're recommending the bid of $28,740 by Mavo Systems.
Council, any questions or comments? If not, then we need a resolution.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Danker.
Councilmember Jordahl.
Aye.
Hagan.
Aye.
Carolyn.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Item petitions and requests. Number 8 is a motion accepting an audit engagement letter from Clifton, Larson, and Allen. Mr. Danker.
On an annual basis, the City of Austin is required to have an audit by state statutes. We have used Clifton, Larson, Allen here in Austin, Minnesota for many, many years. The engagement letter, the audit cost for proposed for 2015 is $43,560, which is up from the $42,460 last year. In addition to that, there is a cost, a one-time charge of not to exceed $1,500 because there's a new standard we need to implement, and they need to audit that standard for the first time. As I've noted to council in the past, if they've ever had thoughts of changing auditors, it's something we need to start in the summertime with an RFP. But again, Clifton Larson Allen is here in town and is one of the most recognized governmental auditors in the state of Minnesota, so we'd recommend approval of their bid for the audit.
How many years have we used them?
I found audit reports back when they were Bowlby Amundsen back 1950, 1960s. I mean, they've been around a long time. Yeah, long time back there.
Council? If there's nothing further, we need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 9 is resolution setting street assessment rates for 2016. Mr. Lang.
Each year, we review the street assessments for street reconstruction projects, and it is our goal typically to assess about 50% of the project, whereas 25% would be assessed to one side of the road, 25% would be assessed to the opposite side of the road, and the remaining 50% would then be covered by the City of Austin. Looking at past assessments, past projects that we've done in recent years, we would recommend slight increases, slight meaning a 1% increase approximately to the current assessment rates. And those rates would be for residential areas. The 4-inch sidewalk rate is recommended at $4.25. That's up from $4.10. 6-inch sidewalk is recommended at $5.75 a square foot, up 25 cents. The curb and gutter rate is recommended at $13 per lineal foot, which is up 50 cents. The street assessment rate for urban street reconstruction, which is the main one that we utilize throughout our assessment program, is recommended at $43 per lineal foot. That is up 25 cents per foot from $42.75. So those are some of the key ones, and all the other ones are listed in your backup material.
Council, any questions or comments? If not, we need a resolution.
So move the
Is
resolution.
there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Jordan.
Aye.
Hagan.
Aye.
Carolyn.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Councilmember Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 10 is a resolution approving 2 change orders on the Riverside Arena project. Stephen.
As we discussed at the work session, we have 2 change orders for your review and approval. Change order number 1 in the amount of $31,546.28. That involved some extending headers for chiller number 1, some electrical work that we found needed to be done once we removed the arena slab. Also, during that electrical work, we had to shut down power to the facility and needed a generator. And then there was also some under slab beams that required some extra work. So most of those items there were related to work underneath the concrete floor that was discovered once the rink pavement was removed. And then change order number 2 in the amount of $71,976.74 involved modifying some piping to allow better pressure going across some dehumidification coils, along with some minor, smaller adjustments to starters, pump starters, mechanical door replacement, and then there was 1 fencing deduct. So those 2 change orders, and 1 item that has changed on the budget that I presented at the work session. The Austin Utilities rebate has decreased to approximately $40,000. So that rebate has decreased by about $8,000, still putting us ahead with our budget when including these 2 change orders. Our budget number now is $1,840,000, and our total cost when including these 2 change orders is $1,820,000. So about $20,000 remaining in our budget on this project.
Council. If there's nothing further, we need a resolution.
So move the
Is
resolution.
there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Jordan.
Aye.
Hagan.
Aye.
Carolyn.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Councilmember Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
We've removed 11, so we'll go to 12. It's a resolution for federal transportation grant application. Mr. Lang?
Each year for our District 6, which involves kind of the southeast corner of Minnesota, any communities that are greater than 5,000 are eligible to apply for federal transportation funding. Recent years, we've applied for grants and been successful, going back to like the Oakland Avenue underpass that received a federal grant. A lot of times when we are able to get these grants, they cover 80% of the cost, which is great. Up until more recent times, this past year, the 8th Avenue, 8th Street project, that had a federal grant associated with it. And a project for this year, our 4th Drive Southwest project, that also has a federal grant associated with it. So in previous years, we had been successful in acquiring those, and we're looking at applying for another grant. These grants are 5 years out, so this would be for the year 2020. We've identified in our CIP rehabilitation of that should be 1st Street Northwest. That would be from Oakland Avenue to 1st Drive. And then 4th Street Northeast, which goes along the west side of the Hormel plant. We're looking at both of these pavements were constructed. One of them was First Street was done in 1976, and 4th Street was done in 1986. So we're looking at a rehab project on both of those that we would apply for. $1.3 million grant application is what we would plan to complete, with, again, 80% of that coming as part of the federal project. And we need to get our grant in by February 1st.
Council, anything?
I would just like to say I appreciate you guys looking ahead and applying for these grants. and being so successful. So I just wanted to thank you for the hard work in researching and applying.
Yeah, thanks, and I just want to add that, yeah, we have been very successful. They've changed the criteria a little bit, making it they've reduced the pot of money, which makes everything a little bit more competitive, but we'll continue to try for them, and hopefully we succeed more often than we don't.
Okay. Then we need a resolution.
So move the
Is there
resolution.
a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Jordan.
Aye.
Hagan.
Aye.
Carolyn.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
We need a resolution for accepting donations to the city. We do this every meeting.
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Jordan.
Aye.
Hagan.
Aye.
Carolyn.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
14 is a resolution in support of increasing local government aid in the 2016 legislative session. Mr. Clark.
Mayor, members, included is a resolution in support of increasing LGA by $45.5 million. This would restore the funding level from 2002. City of Austin receives a little over 50% of our funding from local government aid and would represent approximately a $378,000 increase for a community that has a median home price of less than $100,000 and median income at less than $40,000. LGA is critically important to our community, and we'd ask your support authorizing the mayor to sign and recorder to attest the resolution supporting LGA.
And I'd just like to point out, probably about 4 years ago, when the legislature was debating a lot of the LGA stuff, they redid the formula. They got governor convened a committee of mayors. They redid the formula, and we came out almost exactly the same. So that shows the need in Austin. I mean, this isn't some aberration that, we're getting money we don't deserve or anything. We came out almost exactly the same in the new formula, and all we're asking is to go back to the 2002 levels. So it's more than, it's a good resolution. So we need a resolution. Is there any questions on it? All right, we need a resolution.
So move the resolution.
Go ahead. Dave, did you say?
So move the resolution.
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Jordan.
Aye.
Hagan.
Aye.
Carolyn.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. And for our final resolution of the evening, approving informal proposal for special inspection and testing services for the interpretive building at the J.C. Hormel Nature Center. Kim.
Thank you, Mayor. We received 2 proposals. One was from Braun Intertech, and they are currently finishing up Phase 1 with the shop building and did those testings there. They, however, were a little higher than Chosen Valley. So after reviewing what they turned in, the architect is confident, and he's worked with Chosen Valley as well, that we should go with the lower bid of Chosen Valley. They may, he said that it may happen that they come back a couple more times, and that would increase their proposal, but we're still lower by a lot, and so we should go with them.
That's Children's Valley?
Chosen
Chosen.
Valley testing.
Okay.
I've worked with them before in Albert Lee, and they were easy to work with. They were really quite good.
Good.
Okay, any comments by council? Judy, you had said something. Anybody else? If not, we need a resolution.
So moved.
Is there a
Second.
second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Jordan.
Aye.
Hagan.
Aye.
Carolyn.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Okay, are there any citizens present that wish to address the council on items that, well, even if they're on the agenda, you can talk about them now? Anybody? Going once? Going twice? Marv? You don't want to talk to the council? Tell us what a good job we've been doing?
But thank the committee that worked on the Martin Luther King Jr. event at the Paramount.
Okay. I didn't make it, but I
I'm
heard.
not using the mic, but you can hear me.
Human
Thank
Rights
you.
Commission. They did a good job on that. Okay, so then we'll start with Judy tonight.
Nothing, Your Honor.
Steve?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Jeff?
I have nothing, Your Honor.
Paint the town pink, as usual. It's officially underway, and there's a variety of things happening. Please go to the city website. There's a link to find out what the full schedule is. All the money raised supports breast cancer research at the Hormel Institute, and it's a fun winter festival.
What date is the dip?
The 30th, and we can watch Judy jump in the lake.
I will. I'm not doing it this year.
Saturday, the
but I'll watch her.
30th. You're not doing it this year?
No.
So plunging for pink is the 30th. The Paint the Rink Pink is the 6th, Saturday the 6th. So there's lots going on.
Okay, thank you. Mike?
Nothing, Your Honor.
David?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Jeremy?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Craig?
No, nothing. Thank you.
No reports? I don't have anything. We need a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Take a short break. Be at the small conference room across the hallway. For a work session.
Fast.